I don't really do the function.
Nope.
I don't fuck with the fuck shit. Throwing on my dummy fit. Fuck it. I'ma pop out. Welcome back to your second favorite YouTuber channel. I am J Shep Reacts. Yes, sir. Alrighty. As you can tell by the title, well, let me read his title. The Deadly Gang War Behind the 6'7" Meme by Trap More Ross. First of all, I'm gonna like this video. Like my video. I know he appreciates my like, and I'd appreciate your like. Please and thank you. Now, what I was gonna say is, let me actually go back to. I'm tired of this 6'7" stuff, bro. I don't understand how this is blowing up again because it was already blowing up. I can't remember when. I know it was earlier this year, but it wasn't the 6'7" part that was blowing up. It was just a song, period. Like, people were like, they were like putting like photos of people in like shiesties and stuff, you know, basically indicating that they'll slime you out. Like, it'll be like just edits like that, basically. Like, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna slime somebody, whatever, I'm gonna slime somebody out. But now it's the 6'7". Like, I'm tired of this, bro. But yeah, we gonna get down to the bottom of this and see what's up with this, you know. And it clearly, by the song, if you heard the song, you would know he wasn't just saying 6'7", like, cause it's two random numbers. Oh, otherwise you would be like 2 and 2 3 3 4. You're not doing, like, no. Clearly there is a whole other meaning behind it. So hey, let's see what this white man right here got to say about this situation. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't know nothing about it. I ain't tapped in with the gang wars and nothing like that.
6'7", 6'7", 6'7", man. The 6'7" meme has completely taken over the internet recently, okay? The rapper Skrilla has gone insanely viral with this catchphrase, 6'7", okay? It's gone absolutely crazy. We're seeing it everywhere. But I'm here today to tell you guys that the true meaning behind 6'7" is so much darker than you could have ever imagined. 6'7", okay, is not a joke. It's a serious, real gang.
It's not a joke. That don't sound right. I sounded a little African with that, I guess. It's not a joke. I don't know. The best thing I can say: bottle water, mate. Bottle water, bruv. Pass me that bottle of water, bruv, please. You know, Batman Roadman. She wanna hop in the Sprinter. That's the best I got, bro.
With real members that are getting murdered, that are murdering people day in, day out in Philadelphia, and you have absolutely no idea what the whole 6'7" thing you're doing is actually contributing to. So I'm going to break it all down for you today. I'm going to tell you absolutely everything you need to know about the true murderous killer gang behind 6'7", okay? So the meme itself, it all comes from this song, Doot Doot, all right? 6'7". By Skrilla. And it's really not the song that you would be expecting to be going viral with suburban housewives and nerdy kids in school. You got teachers doing the 6'7" meme. But if you know the history behind Skrilla, okay, he's from Philadelphia. He's known for hanging around Kensington, Zombieland, where all of the fiends, all of the junkies are. He used to be addicted to drugs himself. His whole career has come from a very dark place of gang violence, drug addiction, and just some of the most fierce struggle and messed up, desolate environments that you could possibly imagine. Now, more power to Skrilla for getting himself out of that situation and becoming one of the most popping rappers that the rap game has to offer. But it all started with this song, 6'7". Okay, doot 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 doot. All right.
I wouldn't say he's one of the most popping rappers. I'd just say, he's getting notoriety right now, but he's not like the most popping rapper. Cause like, yeah, even though like that song right there 2 months ago, he got 3.5 million. You know, that's good. That is really good on YouTube. But I don't know if that's translating, like, if you want to go based off of popularity, because there's still a good amount of people that don't know nothing about this 6'7" stuff. And then on top of that, there's a good amount of people that don't know who made the 6'7" song, so, or where it even comes from. So, yeah, but yeah, it is good that it's good that he is getting notoriety for it, but it's bad that people don't know the meaning, which, like I said, it's something dealing with gangs. So,
and in this song, in the lyrics of this song, okay, he very randomly raps a couple of lines that just had a lot of people confused. Okay, he said this line, and you know he's referring to shooting. He's saying pull up, doot 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 dump truck, baby shark, doot 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 doot. It sounds like a kid's nursery rhyme, but the reality behind this is actually very serious. Okay, and when he says 6-7 for the first time, he says the way that switch, brr, I know he dying. He's referring to a Glock switch, an attachment that you can put on a Glock that turns the what should be, okay, you know, a gun that only shoots one bullet at a time into an automatic weapon. That's the way that switch, brr, that's what he's talking about. The way that switch, brr, I know he dying. 6-7, all right? And it really doesn't make any sense. Okay, there's a lot of explanations floating around as to what this 6-7 thing actually means, but none of them are correct. Okay, on Genius.com it says 6-7 likely refers to the police code 1067, which signifies a death has occurred. It also alludes to 67th Street in Philadelphia.
You know, hey, those are some good guesses though, and it how I do it right. If there's like whether you mean it or not, there's double. You know, there's a layered, you know, double entendre, triple, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It still counts, whether you intended for it to do it or not. Which is why, like, a lot of people get mad about Kendrick stuff, because, like, even though Kendrick probably didn't mean that to mean all that stuff, hey, you take the music and you make whatever you want out of it. So, hey, yeah, that's some good guesses though, cause it ain't far off, like 1067. Which means that there's a death that has occurred, which that's layered. That's layered if that's the case. But it must be like that's what I'm saying. Like, you hear 6-7 right after he just said the way that switch burnt, I know he dying. Oh my God, 6-7. I just bipped right on the highway. I'm pretty sure bip is brr, you know, and GTA. So yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what bipping means, because I have heard that term before. A lot of, I want to say West Coast, they use that terminology, but yeah, they got bip, and then, you know, you got bop, which is mainly like, that's when, like, you're fighting though, so.
Which Skrilla represents. Now, that's nearly true, but I'm going to tell you the truth later on in this video. And 6-7 may also be a shorthand for death via a reference to burial plots, 6 feet under and 7 feet apart. Okay, and it goes on to explain what bipping is, but that's not really important for this video, okay? So this lyric that's about murdering somebody, okay, the way that switch, brr, I know he dying, that's gone viral for some reason, okay? You've got kids going viral on TikTok doing the 6-7 dance. You got this kid. You got this guy, okay? He did the whole 6-7 dance for 6 hours and 7 minutes straight. This is that one lyric that is seemingly about violence and hitting people with switches has got people doing these 6-7 challenges. It doesn't make any sense, all right? And people are building whole careers off the back of this stuff. There's this one kid that did the 6-7 dance at a basketball game, and he went viral. This kid's known as the 6-7 kid now.
Bro, you know what's... Nah, bro. You know what's crazy? Hold on. Actually, let me let the clip play.
Just for doing this is it. He's got a whole...
Look, bro. You know what's crazy about that clip, bro? Because I haven't seen that clip, right? The first time I saw that clip is because my girl, her little brother, I think it was... were we taking him... I think we took him to Chuck E. Cheese. And he was saying the 6-7 stuff, right? And then... he showed me the video, basically, like what he was talking about, and I'm like, cause I heard the song before. I know, like, I've heard the song. I'm like, that's not where that came from. He's like, yes, it is. That's the 6-7. I'm like, it came from this song. I showed him like the little clip from TikTok, the song. He's like, oh, I'm just like, bro, like, it's so funny to me how, like, a lot of these kids, that's how they're getting introduced to it. Seeing this little white boy do this at the basketball game, bro. It's so silly, bro. All right, let me change the screen. There we go. Okay.
Career off of this, all right? And I ain't gonna lie, I see the 6-7 kid at a basketball game, like, like yesterday. I swear I see him break his leg at the game. But anyway, that's a whole other story, right?
No, that's
Everybody's
crazy.
been saying 6'7", okay? Kim Kardashian even said it on Jimmy Kimmel. Look at this.
Another 6-7 minutes.
6'7".
I don't even know.
Jimmy Kimmel is like so unfunny, and Kim Kardashian. Like, that just gave me the ick.
What's going on. It even made its way to a recent South Park episode. That's when you know that a meme has really fully reached saturation point, because they're doing it on South Park. The 6'7" meme has reached such a point of saturation that CNN are writing entire articles about it. The 6'7" meme can be annoying, but kids are shouting it for good reason. CNN, all right? Scotty Andrew, I don't think you realize the real reason that people are saying 6'7", all right? Not since 6'9" has a number caused this much disruption. 6'7", pronounced 6'7", is horrible.
I mean, yeah, 69 is big, and then you're saying not since 69. We're just skipping over. Oh, hold on, my bad. 69, yeah, that's like a little number, a little funny stuff, because 69, oh, you're 69, the X position. But dude, there's 21. That was like a big one. Like, that was a real big one with Vine. What was it? What's 9 plus 10? 21? That's what I'm saying. Like, what are we talking about? Are we just forgetting that all of a sudden? Like, a lot of people know that for sure. It's probably, that's funny. And then you got the SpongeBob. When he's like, Patrick, you want to know what's funnier than 24? What's SpongeBob? 25. This is so stupid, bro. But like, those are like two. I'm like, what are we talking about? But I mean, I guess the 69. Like, I guess it is more joked about, I guess, in a sense.
School halls across the country, including South Park Elementary, making it the Gen Alpha nonsense phrase of the moment. It's not nonsense though, people. I'm going to tell you. Kids are shouting it in classrooms when teachers turn to page 6-7, when lunchtime is 6 to 7 minutes away, all for no reason at all. It's like a plague, a virus that's taken over these kids' minds, says Gabe Dannenbrigg, a 7th grade science teacher in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. You can't say any iteration of the number 6 or 7 without having at least 15 kids yell 6-7, all right? It's a joke without a punchline or a setup for that matter. 6-7 means nothing. Actually, it does mean something. I'm about to tell you. You're not going to believe what it means. Using it can make a student feel like a member of a bigger, cooler group of their peers. A bigger, cooler group of their peers, perhaps a gang. Perhaps a gang.
In the last, 6 months, the most common used slang word right now is 6-7. And this might be the most overused phrase I've heard in like my 6 years of teaching. So I decided to keep
6-7 years of teaching, man.
Yo, hold on. I feel like I seen that dude on a TV show. Hold on, give me a second. Bro, this is crazy. I knew that dude looked familiar. I just didn't realize his name was Gabriel Dannenbrigg. He just came on as Gabe on the show. It's called Surviving Paradise on Netflix. Y'all should check it out. Me and my girl watched it. And yeah, bro, it was a little cool little game show, whatever. But yeah, I knew I saw this dude. I'm like, bro, he looks way too familiar. But all right, back to the video. All right.
It became a language game to them, that it would seem. Only folks in their group know how to play, all right? They've got professors in communication trying to get to the bottom of what 6-7 means, okay? And it says 6-7 is likely destined for the slang graveyard soon, now that adults are talking about it so much. But there's something profound about its infinite interpretations, its refusal to be defined. Well, I'm about to define it. Because I think that's what upsets people about it. I think it's part of what people like about it, okay? And they're saying this is an attempt to explain 6-7, but don't worry, no one knows what it means. Well, let's read this nonsense explanation of what 6-7 means, and then I will tell you the truth behind it. Okay, it says there may be no coherent explanation for 6-7 until this video, but here goes anyway. The number appears in the chorus of Doot Doot 6-7, a viral song by Philadelphia rapper Skrilla. In Skrilla's case, according to Jones, 6-7 is likely a reference to the 1067 police code, which is often used to report a death. That's cap, okay? In December 2024, around the same time that Doot Doot started taking off, high school basket phenom Taylor Kinney appeared to create a gesture to accompany the phrase, all right? And we see the video of people doing the 6-7 on the side of the court. and it's just gone absolutely crazy. Kinney started incorporating the song and gesture into his TikToks, where he has over 1 million followers. The songs appeared in sport highlight reels, including those for LaMelo Ball, and he stands at 6 feet 7 inches, and he's loving it too. All right? And the face of 6'7" emerged in March when a video caught a young, overexcited spectator at an amateur basketball game shouting 6'7" with the accompanying hand gesture. And he became the embodiment of that annoying classmate who can't stop spouting nonsense phrases. And somehow the internet decided that this stereotype's name was Mason, and thus Mason 6'7" has now become another inside joke. Okay, nobody knows what it means, he said. That's kind of the funny thing about it. It's meaningless is partly due to what Jones calls semantic bleaching, where a phrase is divorced from its original context and comes to mean in something entirely different, or in this case, nothing. Okay, the kids are screaming 6'7" to belong. Well, if you want to belong to something, I'm about to tell you what this is all about, okay? But 6'7" has become such a saturated meme that it's even got its own Wikipedia page already, okay? This is a meme under discussion. All right, they got a whole Wikipedia page for it, the origin and spread of it. You know, this kid demonstrating.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm really about to skip forward because you taking a little long to get to the point.
6'7" dance moves, the 6'7" hand sign. It's gone absolutely everywhere. There's just they're talking about it in South Park. The 6'7" kid's got his own section. This has gotten absolutely out of control. So I think it's time that I completely ruin the 6'7" meme for everybody, and I'll tell you exactly what it means for real. For once and for all in this video. Okay, despite the Wikipedia and the CNN articles saying that 6'7" has an ambiguous meaning, even suggesting that it might relate to a street, maybe 67th Street in Philadelphia, that might be where Skrilla comes from, that's actually not the case, okay? This has been debunked on Reddit at length. There's been Reddit posts all about, what does 6'7" really mean? Is that Skrilla's hood? I need some real Philly natives to answer this one for me. They're saying Skrilla himself doesn't even know what it means, but that is cap, okay? So there was a skit that was going around where a bunch of guys, for a joke, all right, they were pretending, they did like a spoof of a Tommy G.
Bro, my friend Brennan, bro, this dude just texted me this, bro. Hold up. Let me see. Can y'all see? Hold up. Bro, this dude is funny as fuck, bro. This dude is so funny, bro. Y'all see this? I was close to get I was close to getting into an accident because the stupid hoe doesn't know. Because the stupid hoe doesn't know how a roundabout works. Because bro, like by his house, there used to be like a three-way. Was it 4-way or 3-way? Because there's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because that's kind of like... It was more like a 3-way stop sign thing. Then they made it a dog bone roundabout. I don't know if y'all know what a dog bone roundabout... You know, let me just show y'all. Let me... Alright, this is like a dog bone roundabout. It's kind of about this size, too. Just maybe a little bit smaller, like, you know, because this is way too wide out, I don't think. But yeah... Like, he has that by his house, right? And he's saying, I guess, either the girl, I'm assuming that she well, it could be a guy too, I don't know. But it most likely was a woman. I don't care what you say. Anyway, but yeah, he's saying they probably done entered the roundabout while he was entering it, or like... Maybe he was driving. No. That's probably what it was. He was driving, and then they tried to enter the roundabout, and so they almost hit him. So yeah, but he has that like right down the street from his house, and it like it's literally right up the street from his house, like like maybe a minute. You know, he just goes right down the street. That's the first thing. So.
Kind of hood vlog in Los Angeles, and they said, yo, like, let's do a little funny vlog, a fake vlog where we pretend 6'7" is a real gang in Los Angeles. So check this out.
The Hills, we've come across the 6'7" gang, the infamous 6'7" gang. What was that? What did you just say?
It's good, Dick.
Can you explain?
Basically, bro, that's our lingo out here that we use in 6'7" gang. You know what I'm saying? Originally, it originated in the I, you feel me? But like, it.
What's the I?
The I?
So this has been going around as a little bit of a joke, but it turns out that this is actually true. But it's not a gang in Los Angeles. 6-7 is a real-life gang in Philadelphia that also sometimes go by the name YSN. Okay, this is a post in the Philly Wiki, which is a subreddit that's dedicated to following all of the gang violence that's going on in Philadelphia. And this post has people all the way back in, what was this, 2023? This was on June 2023, 2 years ago. People saying, what the F is YSN? I don't ever hear no other set mention these dudes. I only ever hear their name when they say it in a song. Who are they beefing with? Literally, dudes are making up ops. Ain't no way all of the dudes in Philly decided to give the dudes they hang with a group name, and all of a sudden you got conflicts that you must kill over. Dudes be so random, okay? And there's been a bunch of different explanations of what this crew might be called, but it's saying these guys were based on 60s.
Bro, you know what was weird? He kind of look like he kind of look like my friend Brennan. That's the crazy thing. I'm just showing his text. He kind of bro, y'all can't even see his face. Why y'all ain't say nothing? I just realized that. Dang. I mean, do it really matter? I mean, you get to look at me. I mean, hey. But let me move my camera, bro. I didn't even know, bro. Y'all should have told me, gang. Maybe right here would be better, huh? Either right here or to the left. I think I'm gonna do this. Yeah, top right. Yeah, there we go. Dang, I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't even know.
7th and Shields, Dix, and Gaia. They beef with a couple of hoods in Southwest, mainly 65th Street and 60th Street. Their main slider is a young bull named Cass, who just came home from a gun charge. Heard he's got 2 to 4 bodies. All right, and there's been a lot of trying to explain what this YSN means. People are saying it means a young savage N-words, and they beef with a crew called the Nine Sides. Okay, but I'm gonna get way deeper into the meaning behind this gang for you and some of the conflicts that they've been having. So there's been a lot of debate around exactly which street, 6-7 or 67th Street, they're based around. People are saying it's 67th and Elmwood Street in Philadelphia. And they've actually been claiming
somebody put tall as fuck on the thing. Y'all can pause it. That was funny as hell. What, because he put what F do 6-7 mean, and the dude put tall AF.
6-7 catchphrase in songs long before Skrilla. Members from the 6-7 gang, the real life 6-7 gang, have actually been shouting out 6-7 in the exact same way on songs all the way back in 2023. So this was posted on Reddit in September 2023. And as you're going to hear, I'll play a very, very quick snippet. Hopefully these lovely young men don't copyright me, but you're about to hear what the 6-7 was really about back in 2023.
Cut it out.
6-7 green light.
6-7 green light. So these young bulls were doing this long before Skrilla, right? And this is a real gang, YSN, and this is UTH, one of their most notorious rappers, as well as Coach. There's been a couple of different names and different rappers and people that have been associated with them. And, you know, people are hating on them in the comments, but this was long before people knew. And Skrilla himself actually did confirm this in an interview where he basically said 6-7 actually refers to basically, a block where his young shooters, his young crash outs actually hail from. Okay, so check this out.
6-7. What is the significance of 6-7? Like, why do you include that lyric?
Yeah, 6-7. That's where all my young boys. Like, that's where my young boys from. You ever heard of Duty Baby?
Duty Baby. Hey, how's he going?
Yeah, you probably haven't heard of him. He upcoming artist though. That's where all like my little young boys from though. Like that's where all my little crash outs from.
Okay.
6-7.
Gotcha.
Yeah, crash out boy shit. That's super crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, crazy thing is I had that song for like 2 years.
Really?
Sitting in the vault. And that song for like a year and a half.
So it's ironic, right, that he's saying that he actually had that song for 2 years. It was sitting in the vault. And I just showed you a video of the other real guys from the actual 6-7 gang saying that 2 years ago. And so what I'm about to tell you that's super interesting, okay, is it turns out these 6-7 guys, apparently they're actually not happy with the way that Skrilla has turned their whole hood into a catchphrase.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I think I've what is the word? I don't even know what I was about. I don't know. I think I came to a conclusion. Skrilla was beefing with them. That's why he had it in the tuck for 2 years. He didn't want to drop it. You know, it was still hot on the block. You know, listen to me. I'm painting the picture right now. Too high on the block. That's why he didn't drop it. Or maybe he was already in that gang and he didn't drop it then. But after he broke off 2 years later, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, I'm going to drop this, man, because F them. So it sounded like to me Skrilla and them is not on good terms. They are not cool whatsoever. So, very interesting.
Okay, some of the comments on this, you know, they're basically talking about Skrilla. He's dead wrong for saying this. Dudes died about that block. Them dudes have been repping 6-7 forever. You can't just do that. They're saying UTH been putting on for 6-7 for a minute now. Okay.
Oh, so yeah, yep. This is like that. What's his name? Whoop Day. What's his name? CJ or something. How he was just applying the meaning to whatever, you know, like to Whoopty, because he was hanging around some dudes that used that terminology supposedly, but really it came from a certain gang, and then they pulled his card, and he basically got exposed for being a fake gang member and all that stuff. So yeah, okay. This is what this is.
6700 block, Elm, Shields, Southwest. I used to see him as a YB. There people are saying that Duty Baby guy ain't even from 6-7. People are saying he was wrong for that. People are saying, was Skrilla actually dissing YSN here? A lot of people think that Skrilla actually dissed YSN, and that's why this caption says this clip is the reason that YSN actually don't rock with Skrilla. This is why they went at him. Now, other posts have been circulating suggesting that things have kind of gone so far now with this 6-7 meme that he is actually full-blown fallen out with the 6-7 gang. And now a lot of people believe that the fact that he's made this 6-7 thing such a catchphrase, and, you know, this is him posting the video with a caption that says, everybody comment 6-7. Now people think that he's actually fallen out with the real 6-7 gang, and he's actually trolling them with the whole 6-7 thing. People saying enough said, he don't got to argue with no dudes from Southwest. All right? People are saying he's gone clear. He's out of here, okay? But there's other people that do actually claim the real life 6-7 gang that have made it very clear. Okay, this is YSN UTH. He's got in his bio the real 6-7. He's saying, I'm the real 6-7. People saying it must be tough. A dude took your whole slogan, 6-7, and are getting all the credit about it from kids on TikTok. They're saying UTH had to really put this in his bio to let people know he is the real 6-7.
Crazy.
And so people have been saying, yeah, Skrilla been stealing sauce, you know. But hey.
Yeah, I sampled your voice. You was doing it wrong. You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. I'm pretty sure that's Jay-Z. Was it Takeover? Because he was dissing Nas. Pretty sure that's Jay-Z.
Listen, like, people are quoting this classic.
Because if you don't know, Jay-Z sampled Nas's. What was it? The world is yours. I think I could be, or is it NY State of Mind? It's one of those two, I think. And he made Dead Presidents. I could be wrong though, but the point is he sampled Nas's one of his songs because Jay-Z went to Nas's label because they owned the publishing and he got it approved or whatever. So, which Dead Presidents was one of Jay-Z's biggest songs around that time. So yeah.
Line from Jay-Z when he was talking about Nas, said, yeah, I sampled your voice. You was doing it wrong. You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. So people are saying, yo, Skrilla really took the sauce. He really took the 6-7 sauce and ran off with it.
But here's
what I'm about to tell you. These 6-7 guys are really nothing to be played with. So shout out to Skrilla, man. He's doing his thing. But, you know, these are definitely not guys that you want to be at war with, all right? So apparently 6-7 or 6700 block, as they're referred to, YSN, they're apparently at war with another set called ODA, or the 7400 block. And word around town, apparently the war between these groups has gotten so bad that there is a $45,000 bounty on the heads of any YSN member due to the fact that YSN killed an innocent person as get back for YSN Diaz. And they're saying Chucky 67th actually ended up losing his life due to a price being on his head. Okay, and I'm going to tell you more about that in a minute. But this guy YSN Diaz, okay, he is somebody that lost his life in a very brutal incident.
Dang.
And you know, I'm about to tell you, man, it's actually really, really messed up what's going on behind the scenes with this YSN, this 6-7 gang. So this is one of their members, one of their most notorious members, who was killed in 2022. This is YSN Diaz, and he was killed allegedly whilst committing a home invasion.
Was killed in a home invasion trying to backdoor his mans for a bag. Him and another YSN OG Penny was killed. So, oh wait, they're saying YSN. Well, let me go back to that right here, real quick, just real quick. So, what amount of times for they dropped the innocent for get back for YSN. But how was that? Wait. So they killed somebody when one of their members was trying to backdoor them? That's a little confusing. I don't know, man. And that's why I don't be all tapped in with this gang stuff, bro. For real, bro. Cause what? I'm confused.
Successful home invasion, and another was killed on the scene. It was people didn't even have money, and him and 2022. This is YSN Diaz, and he was killed allegedly whilst committing a home invasion, and he tried to backdoor one of his friends for money, and him and another 6'7" member called Penny were actually killed in the incident, okay? And this has all been going around Reddit years ago, 3 years ago, okay? So people didn't even know how serious this was. This is 3 years ago, August 2022. YSN Diaz died hours later at the ICU after an unsuccessful home invasion, and another was killed on the scene. It was Penny, 6'7". And this is both the 6'7" members that lost their lives in this incident. And people are saying, so they tried to backdoor somebody and ended up getting killed. It's a really sad situation, but it just goes to show you how serious this beef gets. So
who were they backdooring other members in YSN, or were they just backdooring another like a oh no, I get it now. Okay, wait. The YSN gang members killed the dude probably that backdoored that was going to get backdoored by those two. But that dude was smart enough to realize they were trying to backdoor me in a home invasion. So he killed those two boys. And then the YSN members probably killed him. And then now, whatever gang or something that dude was in, now that they put a price tag on any YSN member head. Because basically, like, y'all, like, old dude only killed them out of retaliation because they tried to backdoor me or backdoor him, like, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, that's crazy.
Pretty sure this actually is the reporting on the incident as it happened, and it seemed to suggest that, the man was found dead on a basement steps after a possible burglary in Southwest Philadelphia. It doesn't mention the other victim that, allegedly was taken away from the scene and passed away in the hospital, but it mentions a man being found dead, shot in the head, in what they suspect was a burglary.
Now, Philadelphia police are investigating yet another fatal shooting. It happened on the 2500 block of Belford Street around midnight. Police say when they got to the scene, they found a deceased male at the bottom of the basement steps. Now, according to police, the victim was shot once in the head, and evidence points to multiple shots being fired in that basement. Police recovered the weapon on the scene and believe the possible motive could have been burglary.
The motive right now, tentatively, is being reported as a possible burglary, but the evidence at the scene doesn't support that right now. And we don't know how this male is connected to the address.
That investigation is ongoing.
So that's an ongoing investigation, but there's been all these rumors of money being put on the head of 6'7" members. This post was going around. It said YSN or 6'7" had a good run, but unfortunately it'll be coming to an end with UTH having 100K on his head. I don't see him making it out this year. Either he gets backdoored or the ops catch up with him. Talented man caught up in the wrong stuff. RIP Key and RIP Diaz.
Wow.
So a lot of people have been, speculating 100K. That people are going to pass away. There's money being put on people's heads. There was a member called Chuck who allegedly had money on his head as well. It said Chuck 6'7" YSN allegedly had 20K on his head, and UTH allegedly has 50 to 100K on his head. And it actually does seem like somebody ended up collecting that bounty because, YSN Chuck 6'7" ended up getting killed, and he was allegedly shot 15 times with an AK-47. This was a year ago, back in June 2024. So this gang war with these 6'7" members is very serious. It's not anything to joke about, okay? It's really not anything to joke about. It's not anything to play with. But don't get it twisted. It's not 6'7" members all getting killed. Allegedly, this person called Shaq from a gang called Only the Africans was killed in revenge for what happened to YSN Diaz. So this war is deadly on, both sides. There's numerous people that this gang is beefing with. There's numerous gangs that 6-7 are beefing with in Philly. And a lot of people just can't believe it. They can't believe what they've seen. They can't believe that this 6-7 meme has become so viral when this is really representative of a serious gang war. This is a post made 12 days ago on the Philly Wiki subreddit. It says, Skrilla really made it. He really got reach. I work with a bunch of white people. My boss from the suburbs, like a goofy, today said she's going to read somebody receipt over and go 6-7. I really ain't expect her old ass to know about Skrilla. She know the song and all. I'm like, dude really made it. LMAO. He's got old white people who live completely different lives saying this thing, and it's a gang slogan. They're saying, yeah, it went viral. All the kids saying 6-7 really don't know where it came from, right? Some people saying they know where it came from, but they don't know the meaning. The song's been out at least 8 months. People saying, I'm surprised this 6-7 thing's still going. It's been all year, bro. Nowadays, this generation trends die after like 2 weeks. It's been all year. They've been saying, I heard the NFL announcers say 6-7. All right? People are saying, I hope he gets his recognition, but some white TikToker made it viral, and what they made viral was not the actual song itself, but some weird gesture to go along with 6-7. Okay? So people are just baffled by this. People are completely baffled. They don't understand. He said, hey, dog, I was in the chiropractor's office this morning. A little old white man, he asked me on a scale of 1 to 10 my pain. I said 6 or 7. This dude gonna say 6-7. He's doing too much.
Hey, that shit would piss me off, bro.
Right? It's going absolutely everywhere. And, it's even got to the point where the YSN rappers, all right, from 6-7, the real 6-7s, all right, they're doing interviews talking about this thing, okay? Like, this is, you know what I'm saying? So in this interview, right, YSN Uth, my bad, I said UTH, but he actually goes by YSN Uth. But, he basically said what is 6-7? He said 6-7's his block. That's where I'm from. Like, this is real life. Like, this is actually my gang, like my block where I'm from.
Street, yeah.
People know where you from and shit. Like, I mean.
Wait, so you said that was wrong, you liar. That is right. So 6-7 is the street, but it's the gang. Well, it's their terminology, their whatever thing. The gang is YSN, but 6-7 is also their whole thing. Because they're from 6-7 Street. So yeah, that's right. You said it was wrong, you liar.
What part of the city you from? Let's start right
6-7, like you heard 6-7, that's my block. Like I'm from Southwest. I'm 67 from Elmwood, all around there. That's my neck of the woods and all that.
So he said 67 in Elmwood, man. That's his hood. That's where he's from. That's the real 6-7. And he basically goes on to speak about Skrilla blowing it up. And in this interview, which was only 5 months ago, he doesn't seem to be upset about it. He doesn't seem pissed off. He doesn't seem like these guys are actually at war with Skrilla about this. But he does touch on it being his block and the fact that Skrilla actually blew this thing up.
So, all right, I'm about to bail you out. All right, the 6-7 shit. I know you said that's your block in your neighborhood and all that shit. Right. But we see Skrilla walk up, like, he got that shit. Worldwide, I saw the boy Lamar Barr.
Shout out to Skrilla.
He was like, Lamar Barr was rapping that shit, man. You got.
So they said shout out to Skrilla. So it doesn't seem like Uth and all of these guys, like they're not actually beefing with Skrilla by the looks of things over this.
Motherfuckers all over the world and shit like that. But I hear you too, like shit. That's how Skrilla say that shit, like. Y'all ain't family this shit. So like with that shit, like.
Bernardo, Skrilla, like
you influence
everybody, like, that's my man. We went song for song. He gave me a verse. I owe him a verse right now. I owe Skrilla a verse right now.
Really?
I'm gonna get that done soon, but I owe Skrilla a verse or whatever, but he been saying 6-7. Like, he got a song with G Herbo saying that shit and all. Like, he been saying that shit. But when he was saying it, he made a video, like, the song, I was gonna hop on that joint and all that. He said he was gonna put me on and all that, but I was out Egypt. I'm out Egypt buying a house. You feel me? Like, I'm out Egypt buying a house. I ain't gonna
pop it, man. That ain't no regular shit. That ain't no regular song out Egypt.
So he's saying, look, he was supposed to be on that 6-7 song with Skrilla, but he was in Egypt buying a house, so he couldn't jump on the track. But there you go, man. Look, I've let you guys know, man, the real meaning behind 6-7, okay?
Wait, are they beefing with Skrilla or not?
Not anything to be trifled with, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of the 6-7 members. Shout out to Uth, you know what I'm saying?
Anyways, yeah, okay, look, that's the end of the video. But like, yo, that's... Hey, I had a hunch that it had... I'm stretching. I had a hunch that it had something to do with some gang stuff, because, like I said, the line before, he talking about, you know, the way that Swish burp, I know he dying, like, and then everybody just taking it, you know, putting a brand new little flip on the word. So hey, or whatever the term, whatever. But all right, that's the end of the video. Go ahead, like, share, comment, and subscribe. I don't know why I always do this. Go ahead, stream my music. You know, all caps J.Shep. Find my main page at I am JShep3 on YouTube. Love you, appreciate you. Stay on the channel, watch some more videos, man. I'll see you in the next video. Deuce.